Hi, Consumer Math. Today we're going to be going over 1-6, focusing on multiplying and dividing with money. This first page gives you a step-by-step of what you're supposed to do. I'm just going to go over a couple more example problems for you to help you out. Okay, for our first problem, we have $3.62, which is being multiplied by 21. Maybe you earned $3.62 for 21 days, or you charged that for 21 days, but we could create this into a word problem if we would like to. Making sure that we're doing this correctly, we're going to first take and multiply the ones right here by all of our numbers. So 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 3 is 3. Okay, we're going to go next, and then we're going to multiply our 2's by each term. However, before you can do that, you've got to add this 0 down there for your tens place value. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 6 is 12. You need to carry the 1. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. And then when you get done with your tens, you're going to add and regroup as needed. So once we get down here, 2 plus 0 is going to be 2. 6 plus 4 is 10, so we're going to regroup up there. 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 1 is 6, and 7 is 0. Now the next question that you're going to ask yourself is, what do I do when I have this decimal right here? So what happens to my problem so that it is accurate? And what you're going to do is you're going to count how many decimal places you had right there. So we have 2, which means we're going to move our decimal 2 times to the left. So we started with dollars, we're going to end with dollars. $76.02 when we move that decimal over twice. And that would be your answer. When working on this next problem, you can see it's horizontal, so we want to make sure and turn this into a vertical problem. So we're going to take $12 and multiply by 52. So we take our ones first. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 1 is 2. Remember, once we get into our tens, we have to add this because we're moving on to the tens location. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 2 is 10. Carry your 1. 5 times 1 plus 1 would be 6. And then when you're done, you are going to add up and then regroup if needed. So we have 0, 0, we get a 4, 2 plus 0 is 2, and a 6. And then remember, you're going to move your decimal twice because that's how many decimals are up here. And your answer ends up being $62 or $624. Okay? The other way is to think about that these zeros are non-significant numbers. So if they're non-significant, we could make our problem easier by taking 52 times $12. Let's see if we get the same thing here. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 5 is 10. Carry that 1. Oh, no, we just bring that 1 right down there. We don't need to carry it. And then your next row would be your tens, so make sure you add your 0 for your ones. 1 times 2 is 2, and 1 times 5 is 5. And when we add them up, 4, 2, 6. So your money is $624. Here you're just missing your 2 zeros for your money form, so you could add them in. So that's just a trick we learned in multiplication quite a few years ago, but don't forget it. Here we have a division problem, so just remember in your division we're trying to fit a number into another number. So right here we're going to try and fit 35 into 30. It's not going to work. So how about 35 into 301? When we look at 35 into 301, we think, okay, how many times can 30 go into 300, which is 10 times. So we're going to try 35 times, let's go with 8 just to be safe. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 3 is 24. We have 280, which is actually a good call for our 8. So we're going to carry that 8 right above that 301, and then we're going to drop a 280. We're going to subtract and take that away, which puts us at 1 minus 0 is 1. Borrow from the 3, which gives us a 2 and a 10. 10 minus 8 is 2, and that ends up being 0. So they cancel out. And then we can carry down our 0. 35 goes into 210. Okay, well, 280 was too much, so now we're going to go over here, 35, and we're going to try 6, just to be safe. 6 times 5 is 30, 6 times 3 is 18, 19, 20, 21. That is 210, so we're going to put our 6 right up here, and then we're going to, I'm going to change colors again. Let's go to green, which is 210. We're going to subtract, and that puts us at 0. So that means all we have to do is add our last 0 up there. So your answer ends up being $860. You can put your 0 cents, and I should have had a number sign or a dollar sign up there before, but as you can see, you end up with 860. And the confusing part is once we get to 0, or this is where a lot of people make a mistake, and we carry that 0 down, 35 still has a tens value, so 35 can go into this 0 times, so that's why we add that 0 up there, because there's still a tens place. So I hope this was helpful. I hope it helps you with your homework for tomorrow. When you come to class tomorrow, just open up, I'll hand your workbooks back. You can open them up and get started right away on page 13, which is your homework assignment for 1.6. Have a great night.